do we do with the microphone?
I don't click clack.
You look at me. Just look at me. Just direct.
You don't touch it.
I do touch it.
Well, I'm saying you're not allowed to touch
No,
it.
I'm not.
Dodge spray, backcomb, keratin, herringbone, scratch, dry, full hog, cliff cloth, don't go bald. Here's the deal.
It bugged me when I watched the video and it was in the beginning and it was clicking and clacking the entire time, and I was like, I literally.
Yeah, well,
cut myself
now
because this is
especially
horrible.
because we're an actual podcast now, we have to actually be like, people aren't seeing us, they're just hearing the clickety clackety now because we're on pod.
Yeah, that is so true.
Potty.
So we're not gonna know.
Okay, just to introduce ourselves, because I did realize also listening to the pod on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, which is where we are now, which is super exciting, and you can find us there, or you can find us on YouTube, which, yay, we figured it out. We did it. Sorry that the mics maybe sound like we're underwater, or that, there's a hurricane going on. We will get new mics that are equipped for this type of thing eventually.
Yeah.
But I realized no one knows who, like, we literally have, I think in only one episode, introduced ourselves to the podcast.
That is so true.
Like, we just be talking.
Yeah.
Like, there's no introduction. There's no, I mean, sometimes there's welcome to Here's the Deal, but it's rare.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do an intro.
Yay!
Okay.
Okay, well, welcome to Here's the Deal. I'm Brittany.
I'm Victoria.
And I'm Deborah. Shelby. I wish my name was Deborah.
Shelbra. Do you really wish your name was Deborah?
Come
You
on.
don't.
No.
I feel like that makes so much sense.
That
if
does
my name
not
was
suit you
Deborah.
whatsoever.
I think I just realized. Nope, it's not that leggy. I have a leggy that has a little hole in the crotch, but I don't want to get rid of them because I love them too much. I do wish my name was Deborah. Deborah.
What
just
would your
how
name
funny.
be if you could pick a name for yourself?
Well, when I was a child, I wanted to be named Candy. Now that makes me sound like a prostitute. So I wouldn't say that,
Your
but
name is Brittany and you wish your name was Candy.
when I was a child, I did. Let's not put that on Brittany now, because
I'm putting it on Brittany now.
of course you are. Just like Brittany has a bird, and
it,
Brittany's
like-
27 years old, and I'm friends with a bunch of pathological liars who have my interests not at heart.
I've
Nope.
never lied to you.
I've never lied to you either. You lie to yourself. You're 27
I don't
years
like
old.
this bit. I don't like this bit.
You know, it makes it funnier that you don't like it.
It's
To
true.
me,
If
to me,
you
it's other
show
people,
your
they're probably
bullies
like,
that you don't care, they'll stop.
Do you know how much I care about everything on planet Earth?
That's why
Hey, did you see my tan? I got
You
too
know,
dark.
that's one thing I don't care about.
No, look how bad it is.
It does.
It's
it looks
really
like you.
dark.
Yeah.
I fell asleep with it on.
I like
Show the
it.
camera. Do your little.
Look how dark I am.
I think it's fine.
I did this for
It's kind
you
of
guys,
embarrassing.
too. And
So that one part of your leg can be
yeah.
tan for the
Well,
camera.
no, I was gonna wear biker shorts and then I realized how dark I was, and I was like,
Nothing
I look
nice.
like I don't bathe.
You're
Well,
new
no.
to tanning, right?
Yeah.
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 Now you
I'm
look like
scared.
Beyonce's-
No, genuinely, I am scared to self tan.
It's,
It's
not,
not
that
bad. It's really not bad.
It's really not bad.
It sounds like a lot of work.
You get the Jergens
No.
mousse foam. That one doesn't leave streaky streaks, and then you gotta find somebody to do your back. But other
Well,
than
exactly.
that, you're
Who's
fine.
gonna do my back?
I would do
I
your
would
back.
do your back. I literally offered to tan you.
That's true, but like, what if I want to keep up with it? So what? You're just gonna have to come to my house once a week and rub
I
shit on my
already
back?
see you
Literally
every
come to your
day.
house once a
You
week.
could literally just show up to work, let me put it on you,
We'll
let
go
it
meet
sit,
in the
and then take a
bathroom.
shower when you get home.
You can get naked in the bathroom.
Because you can let it sit. The longer you let it sit,
That
the
just
darker you get.
sounds like a lot of work.
It's
not a
not.
lot of work.
It's
Brittany.
just. It's the same as putting your sunscreen on.
That's a lot of work. I hate putting sunscreen on. Why do you think I do the spray stuff? I'm not rubbing that
It's-
shit all over my body.
You would be fine.
You kind of
Shut
look
up.
naked.
No, she doesn't.
No, like in a cute way. I really love your outfit today. I think you look so good. Why don't you wear that more often? Did you
Because
just
I'm
get
scared
it?
that I look naked.
No, you look
Jesus.
good.
Well,
like,
you
in a
just
good
pointed
way.
out something that I worry about.
If you
so
let me tan you would look even more tan.
I'd
Then you
probably
really
look even
got
more
it.
That's some
naked.
good sun.
No, I think you look good. I love the outfit.
Your skin looks great.
I love the outfit a lot.
They're just
too.
overcompensating now.
No, I bully you, but not in a bad way. Shelby takes it too far.
They'll both take it too far.
I take it too far?
No.
But anyway, so this past week, we officially became actual podcast people. And our podcast is now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Thank you for picking that up. So if you don't like watching YouTube videos, weird, but you can go watch or / listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
And we're getting famous. We just hit 1,000 views.
We did
on
have
our
1,000
YouTube.
views on one of our YouTube videos. There's like 12 likes, so like the ratio is just crazy out there, you know.
We should have popped
But-
confetti. You can edit and here, I'll go like this. And you can put a confetti. And then you can like
Hell
put the emoji
yeah,
right there.
hell
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll remember that.
and that'll be our
Yeah, a lot of work for you. Have fun with that one.
I so will.
It'll just be me just going like this. They don't understand.
Well,
what's
it's
going on.
Memorial Day, so
It is
what's
Memorial
everybody
Day.
got planned for Memorial Day?
Are you like asking?
Yeah.
Like you're
What's
asking
up?
the imaginary crowd.
What do y'all have going
I
on
need
for
to be
Memorial Day?
I feel like
You know what?
it's like
Comment. Tell us what you're doing.
comment what you're doing. Send us an email.
Do you want my personal phone number? You can text me and let me know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm dead.
It's 678.
Okay. And
All
my
you hear is
social
beep,
security.
beep, beep, to block it out.
Oh god. I'm just gonna go sit my ass by the pool.
Beautiful. Love that for
Yeah.
you. I'm going to hang out with my Uncle John and his new
Yeah,
girlfriend.
John.
Uncle John.
I'm excited to meet her. She's
John
cool.
Boy.
She keeps like my parents keep going to like baseball games with them, and my mom's
Oh,
like, she's so
baseball
cool, she's so
games.
down to earth. So I'm really excited for that one. And then I'm gonna go with Shelby, and we're gonna take some pictures in a wedding dress.
We're
Glowing
glowing
gowns.
gowns once again.
I'm gonna
Hashtag glowing
glow.
gowns.
Everybody check it
She's
out.
I'm
gonna
gonna
glow.
glow.
It's gonna go.
Can't wait. I'm excited. Yeah.
I'm doing both of those things, technically. I'm going to the pool and I'm gonna take pictures of this girl.
She's obsessed with me. I don't know what to tell you.
Do you okay? Well, Brittany's tall, but do you remember when you were a kid and somebody told you that if you stretch every morning that helps you like grow an inch?
That's exactly
Yeah,
what I
used to
did.
lay in bed and go and try to get
I heard
taller,
that
and I
like
never did.
we shrink throughout the day because of gravity, and so I would just like try to like not shrink all day long because I wanted to be taller. So I'd be like, no.
Y'all are weird.
It's
Y'all
so
are
cute.
weird.
Sometimes like we have like flashes of parts of our friendship where it's like we would have been kids. We
Yeah.
would have been friends as kids.
We would have
Yeah.
been friends.
for sure. We
Yeah.
probably would have grew up weirder.
Candy
though.
and Sally.
And
So-
Deborah.
Like that's Sally's just not creative.
I don't
at
know
all.
why I chose
Sally.
it. Okay.
Sally sounds like your imaginary
My
friend in
imaginary
the
friend
corner.
Lucy told me that my name should be
Of
Sally.
Of course, your imaginary friend's name was Lucy.
Yeah.
I'm upset. You guys
She
bring
was
up
cool.
your
She had
imaginary
blonde hair
friends.
and blue eyes, and her
Shelby,
curls were,
I
like,
didn't have an
perfect.
imaginary friend.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, honey.
Okay.
She's the weird one.
Oh.
She's
Okay,
the one we're against.
Here's the
Okay.
thing about imaginary friends, though. Like, I knew they were fake, but I really wanted one, so I just like made it happen. You know. The whole
See,
time I
I
would be
just
like, "You're not
wanted it.
real." She's
That
like,
makes
"Yeah, I
you
am."
like weirder.
I know.
Okay.
She's like, I wanted that.
I
I
do.
want to be weird.
It
I'm
was really
quirky.
hard for me to like
I'm
take
quirky.
it
I'm
real.
quirky.
Shut up. I think we all stink.
I think we all say that. I think we all had imaginary friends. I think we all were weird as children. I think we all. Okay, sorry. Sorry. So whenever y'all like started doing hair, did y'all like start as assistants, or not started doing hair, but like started in the industry? Did y'all start as assistants, or did you go
Yes.
straight into like?
Yeah, so I
Hair.
was in hair school like a month in, and then I got hired with the company that we work for
Okay.
now. But at the time, they had this rule where they weren't hiring assistants, and so I was one of the first to get hired as an assistant in school.
So like they weren't hiring
before.
people from school to be assistants. They only
Yes.
wanted like permanent assistants.
Yes, that's
That's
well,
crazy.
not permanent assistants, but like it was the girls that were graduated were the assistants, and they weren't hiring people that were in school. They did before,
Oh.
and then they were trying to not do that. I don't know the reasoning, but I was one of the first to like then get hired in school at the same
Gotcha.
time. So
Well, does that make you feel special?
sometimes
Gotcha.
I like it. I'm like,
Mhm.
hello. But now they do it, and they don't have any problems with it, which I really like.
Yeah.
so.
Did you have a positive experience assisting?
Not at first.
Yeah.
It was actually really hard at first. but the culture has changed a lot in a
Mhm.
very positive way, and towards like the middle to end of my assisting experience, it did get a lot better.
Mhm.
Which that's one thing about our company that I enjoy is if something's going on like that, like basically long story short, like I was just dealing with a lot of like I would say maybe hazing. I don't know if that's the case, but like they would get upset about me doing this or that wrong, and then not tell me and just treat me differently instead of like teaching me how to do it right.
There's a power dynamic between stylists and assistants.
Yes, but it was the other assistants. And it
Oh.
yes. So they do
Yeah,
when
that
the thing is that kind of thing is going on. I didn't tell anybody, but there was just I don't know if we're gonna keep this in or not. But
We don't have to,
there was
but
a
we
group
can.
of assistants that were just there all the time, and because I wasn't there as often, instead of just teaching me how to do it, they would just treat me like I wasn't good at my job.
They
and treat
were,
me
yeah.
poorly.
They were
Because-
the girls, the people, like, we're
Mhm.
here, we don't need any new people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so yeah, I used to go home and I would cry a lot. And then on top of that, like stylist, which we don't have this anymore, especially at our location, but back then stylists kind of just like didn't treat you like you were a coworker, like you were
Yeah.
just kind of there to work for them.
Yes.
And that was really hard because like I remember there's one stylist specifically, and she is my favorite person, and I still like have a good relationship with her. She's like my mentor, but she would stand up for me,
Mhm.
and that was about it. That's all I really had at
Yeah.
the time. So that was hard for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was actually kind of a blessing in disguise though, because that's how we became friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was an assistant, so I grew up in the salon, my mom being a stylist, and that was like always something people used as a negative thing, like against me, because I wanted to go into school not talking about my mom. And people like asked because I guess they could tell, I don't know, like the way I curled hair, they like could tell that I knew stuff about hair. And I got like kind of bullied because of it. Like if I wasn't fast enough, they'd be like, "You should do better because you know this." But so I was worried about becoming an assistant, worried that that was going to happen, and then it did. Being an assistant, and I loved being an assistant. I started with Brittany, and again, that also happened to me as well, where people kind of didn't tell me about things that I was doing wrong, and I'm a go-getter. I can do this. Like just tell me what I do wrong, and I promise I'll do better. And I had a stylist that like in particular that was not the nicest to me and like spreaded some rumors about me that were not true. And it was because of you that I actually wanted to keep my job, because she came and talked to me and was like, "Hey friend, don't cry," because I was crying while folding laundry because everybody thought I was this like bad person, and I'm not at all.
No.
And it was her, like that was a stylist that I was like I looked up to and was like, "Oh, she's a nice
Aw.
person, enjoys her job, and will like be sweet to assistants." Because my mom was always told me that if you're nice to assistants, it will forever pay off. And all of my
Yeah.
mom's
Mhm.
friends that
Yeah.
she's friends with started out as assistants, became hairstylists because they loved my mom. And I wanted to be that one day. So
Mhm.
knowing that I was treated that way like broke my heart, because I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, this is like what my mom talked about growing
Yeah.
up. So then whenever I became a stylist, like I love my assistants because
Yeah.
I genuinely love them, not because of like, you know, me trying to like fix something. It's like they're really
Yeah.
great people and
Yeah.
they deserve to be treated just as well as stylists
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, we could not function without our assistants.
Yeah,
Like,
No.
for real.
we would be running around with chickens or like chickens with their head cut off if we didn't have our assistants doing what they're doing. So, and especially like, I think it's really cool the way our company is set up is that we do have to assist when we're going through the mentorship program, because we all get to see and feel what it's like to be them. And that has definitely, like, the way I was treated, the way she was treated, like there's a reason I went to Shelby to, first of all, she's a lovely person and I didn't like seeing her cry, but also like I've been there. And I think we go through things like that so that we can be there for
Yeah.
others, and so that we don't perpetuate that onto others.
Right. Well, I think that's like the crazy thing is that every single person I ask about it, like pretty much has the same experience, which
Mhm.
breaks my heart too, because like that's something I'm really passionate about, because I started assisting
Yeah, you had that
when I was
experience,
15
too.
years old.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I literally went up to this salon super close to my house. I was like, I'm gonna get a job. I was almost 16. I was so excited. They were desperate. And so they hired me like literally on the spot. Like I worked that day. And let me tell you what, they regretted it because they, I mean, I was 15 years old. They had to train me. They had to, do all the things. And they definitely looked down on me for how young I was. But the people there were just horrible. Like, I didn't get the brunt of all the, like, abuse and, like, everything like that. But, like, I saw a lot of, like, disrespect towards the assistants. And like you said, like, genuinely, salons cannot run without an assistant. Like, no one's going to sweep up your shit. No one's going to clean your station. No one's going to shampoo your client if you can't do it, if your assistant's not there. But, like, literally one girl had a personal assistant. I know I've told you this before. Like, it was like, she was with her all the time. She was so mean to her. And they would literally call her Toby, like, from the office, because everybody from the office hated Toby.
So
and
evil.
she had no idea what it even meant. Like, she
so
thought,
sad.
and she looked up to, and that's the thing, is I have always been someone who looks up to people that I want to be. Like, of course you're going to look up to another stylist if you want to be a hairstylist.
Yeah.
And she looked up to that girl so much. And I looked up to them too. Like, I even remember quitting because I was doing work-based learning and I was supposed to be getting 15 hours a week, which they agreed to. And then they were only giving me 4 hours a week. So I started failing through class periods. Anyway, this place was horrible. But so
Separate
salon. Yeah. This was somewhere I worked previously. And I literally had to quit. And I remember sobbing when I quit because I thought I loved that job so much. And now looking back on that, I'm like, I cannot believe that I went through that. Like, and that I, like, allowed people to treat me with such disrespect and literally, like, pay me so little to be the salon bitch and be treated like it.
Yeah.
And this is like a point I really, while you were talking, that not to call out, because we're not going to call it the salon, but
No, absolutely
I
not.
have heard, sorry, my phone. I have heard
If it's
still
food, we
to
can-
this day.
Because I don't
wanna
want
get-
them to stay outside.
No, they're just going to drop it off.
Oh, okay.
Did you
You're
do
leaving it
contact
there.
list?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So sorry. We're ordering DoorDash.
We're hungry.
Oh, yeah, order up front. Enjoy.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay, let me say it really quick.
And
then-
we'll
so
be
I don't
done
forget.
anyway. So.
Okay. I know that, and this can just show how the salons really have to be aware of this happening, because I know to this day that salon is still having problems like that
Mhm.
with assistants, because it's not something that they, like, think is a priority. But at salon, or oh my gosh, at our salon, it's something that people are aware of, and we're constantly trying to
Yes.
change. And
Yeah.
it's all about the
Mhm.
one person realizing what's wrong
Yep.
and then changing and doing something about it. So be that person to
Yeah.
speak out.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, nothing's going to happen.
Right. And if you are an assistant, pay attention to how the stylists treat you. Because if you start working at a salon and the stylists are treating you like shit, just go, run,
Mhm.
leave.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And
that's never going to change. And those are also stylists that you don't want to be another stylist with. Like, you
Yes.
don't want those people as your community within your workplace.
Because you'll become like them.
Because
Yes.
you will.
It happens.
You will.
Mhm.
And if you're a stylist and you're at a new salon you just started at and you see the way, like, pay attention to the way
How
that
they treat their assistants.
you will not want to stay there.
And new
If-
stylists, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And new
New
stylists.
stylists.
You
First coming
want
up.
to work in a salon where we're just constantly loving and
Helping.
encouraging one another, because it's not a competition. That's one thing I always
No.
learned in hair schools. We all grow differently. We all learn
Exactly.
differently. It's not a competition.
Exactly. Well, and I also think that, like, if the people around me in my, like, the salon that I work in aren't succeeding, then I'm not succeeding.
Agree.
You know,
Exactly.
like, if
Agree.
they're not doing well, I'm not doing well.
Yeah.
You know, it's a group effort. Like, if you
Mhm.
want to work in, in a booth and, not be connected with everybody and have your own thing, that's great. But if you're working in a salon where you're wanting to be connected to people and be just a force and, like, a unit together, like,
Mhm.
y'all all have to be helping each other out,
You do,
regardless of,
absolutely.
like, I've literally asked, like, stylists who have worked way less than I have advice, and they've asked me advice, and I have higher ups ask me
Yeah.
advice sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
you just got to help each other
It
out.
helps your personal life, first of all, because, like, in that break room we are talking to one another about, like, our issues and about our struggles, and we are being there for each other. And then it also helps in your professional life, because you can bounce ideas off each other, or just be
Mhm.
like, do you think this toner sounds good?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, and then you move on.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's also, like, passing the torch, too. Like,
Mhm.
Like, it was so nice the other day. I had a client who was like, I can't afford your partial prices. Like, I'm really sorry. I do want to still see you for my haircuts. Is there somebody you recommend? It's so awesome that like somebody that I know I've helped before with formulating, I know they do things similar, and I know that they're working so hard. I know that when I give them they're going to be taken care of because we're all so close. We're all a unit. Everybody succeeds.
Yeah.
So that is nice.
It's very important.
Happy
It's
little
beautiful.
family.
Yeah.
What a great thing to talk about.
Very grateful.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just treat your assistants well. It's really not difficult.
And also remember, you are not better than them just
No.
because you put color on somebody's hair and you have a license. They do so much for you. They do your laundry. They shampoo for you. They do beautiful blowouts. Like, appreciate
They
them.
do
Yep.
everything
They're
except
people.
wipe your butt.
Basically.
Pretty much. They literally,
Basically.
And they
remember-
probably would if you're really struggling.
Yeah.
There's certain people that would.
I used to like
Literally.
literally wash their dishes for them after they ate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm your mommy.
Mhm.
They're your mommy.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. So thank you to all of our assistants in the salon
We
because
love
you know who
you.
you are. You're freaking fantastic. You work your butts off, and we appreciate you big time.
Behind every good stylist is 5 awesome assistants.
That's so true. Aw, that's so heartfelt.
That's so
Beautiful. Cool. Great topic. I loved that.
Yeah,
Very good conversation.
lit.
Cool.
that's good.
Awesome. Well, thank you for watching.
And listening.
And listening. Yes, thank you for watching and listening. I was like, it's kind of weird. I forget that y'all can just hear us now. Watch us on YouTube or wherever you find your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Pods. We're also working on getting more platforms, even though I've never heard of them, but who knows? You might listen to your podcast
For
on that
the weirdos
platform.
that listen to Amazon Music.
Yeah, strange. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Here's the Deal Pod, and you can also reach out to us and connect with us on our personal Instagrams through our link tree on there. And just be expecting episodes every Friday at 6. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. And any last words?
No.
Bye.
We just
Here's the deal.